Hello. Hold on, I'm cleaning my screen. There we go. I had to clean the smudge off my screen. I will wait for some people to jump on so that we can get started. I'm fixing my hair. So we can get started at about 1 o'clock or 1:01. 3 people are on. So you know, just chit-chatting. I'm in my car because I have the kids home from the summer and lots of people in the house, and so this actually provides me the best lighting and the most quiet so that I can concentrate on hopefully motivating the leadership in this page to freaking kill it in the next 2 weeks up to Summit and then after Summit. So hi everybody. What happened to my hair? I just didn't feel like standing it up today. It's down. It's funny, I always say that my hair is like the color code. The people that like my hair down are more reserved. The people that like my hair up are the wild childs. Hey everybody. Alright, so it is, I don't know, I have 12:58 on my car, but I think it's about 1 o'clock. What time do you guys have? Somebody tell me, what time is it? What time is it? Because if I touch something on my phone, I will probably drop this call. It is absolutely certain that this call will drop. Alright, it's 1. Thank you, Melissa. Alright, so for those of you that don't know me, my name is Kristina Delgado. I am a Superstar Diamond. I am part of the Coach Advisory Board, the present Coach Advisory Board. What else? I'm a 4-time elite coach. I am a Success Club 10 legend and part of the Million Club, which is crazy to me that we've been able to accomplish so much in the 6 years that we have been in business as Beachbody coaches. My sister, Becky Brossett, who I think is on the call, is my sponsor, and she's also, you guys heard from her last week, Superstar Diamond. So we're like the only sibling pair that has accomplished superstar status and millionaire status in the business. So it's something we are very proud of because it represents so much. It really does. It you know, when people say, oh, I don't know enough people, or you know, my family's not supportive, like we are we're the example of, yes you do, you can find new people, because if 2 people that live literally 2 blocks away from each other, that have the same family, same friends, same circle of network with our kids going to the same schools, then if we can do it, you can do it too. It's really just a decision that you make. But I became a coach almost 6 years ago. In fact, tomorrow, I think so, right? Today's the 12th. Tomorrow is my sister Becky's 6-year anniversary as a Team Beachbody coach, and how cool what that represents. Look, Becky's on now. Everybody say congratulations, because tomorrow is her 6-year anniversary as a Beachbody coach, and it marks the beginning of an incredible journey. Hey Kim, hey Audrey. It represents the beginning of an incredible journey that we've been on together, and insane to me that the last 6 years have flown by so unbelievably quick, and how time is gonna pass by anyway, so might as well kick ass, right? So happy anniversary to my sister. My anniversary is next month, so I signed up in August of 2010 with the intention of doing nothing. I was a lawyer with 2 babies at home. I had a 2-year-old and a 4-month-old when Becky decided to become a coach, and I did want to lose weight. I felt like a slug. I hated how I looked when I looked in the mirror, and she said, try this shake and let's see what it's gonna do. Becky ran with the business. She told you the story last week. I mean, literally just hit the ground running from the first day that she signed up as a coach, and I said, nope, I'm a lawyer. I want to practice law. This is my future. This is my life. And I had literally started practicing like 3 years before I became a coach. So I was what you consider the baby associate attorney in a practice of mostly only partners. I did medical malpractice defense. It's challenging work. And I loved my job. I felt important at my job. I felt important as a lawyer. I felt it was my identity, and I defined myself and identified myself as a lawyer, as opposed to identifying myself as a mom and even a wife. It was Kristina Delgado, Esquire. And I was very proud of that because I had taken so long to become a lawyer. I had done real well in school. And so doing this network marketing thing was definitely not on my radar, not something that I wanted to do. I actually thought it was silly and had always felt uncomfortable when my friends would host those candle parties and sex toy parties. Yes, we even hosted a sex toy party here at our house once, completely so weird, but we did that, and Malaluka and Mary Kay and all these things were around us all the time, and I always found it so silly. Like, how do people have time to do this? Like, come on, you have to wake up and go to work and actually make a living. And so I was not for actually starting to build the business, but Shakeology completely changed my life. I was blown away by the way that I felt. Can I ask you a question? Do you see me dark, or is it just me? Is it the lighting? Do you see me dark? All right. So I didn't want to do the business, but I lost 65 pounds with Shakeology. And that was at a time where, you know, our workouts were an hour long. You know, we had P90X and we had Insanity. And so you had to really make some big, major sacrifices to put in the time to exercise. And I wasn't ready to do that yet. But Shakeology literally completely changed my life. And so when January rolled around and Becky asked me to go to Super Saturday with her, which in fact was the first Super Saturday that Beachbody ever put on, was in January of 2011. And that was, my team is probably rolling their eyes because they've heard this story 8 billion times, but it really was the start of my business, because I was surrounded by other coaches, by some very successful coaches here in Miami, and I was blown away that these guys actually had a business. Like, it wasn't a hobby where you would host online parties, or I mean not online, but host, you know, house parties and, you know, make people uncomfortable. It was like, this was legitimate, and they had this whiteboard and it had names on it and it had ranks on it, and I'm like, what in the effing world is going on here? And how did they create this? Because we were like in their office with Shakeology, really, in essence, with this Beachbody, with these DVDs. What is going on? So I paid attention and I listened and I watched the video, and then like one of the couples that was on the video was sitting in the room with me, and I'm like, wait a second, so you're really successful at this, right? And I'm like looking, I'm like mind blowing, like everything is just insane. My wheels are just going in my head. And then they say, well, you can go to Atlantis if you help 5 people a month. And let me just get on my soapbox for a second. You guys that think hitting Success Club 6 or 5 is difficult, when we were coaches at the beginning, Becky, Saudi, Barbie, Danielle, and I, when we were baby coaches, well, Barbie wasn't a baby coach then, but she was like my idol. We had to sell 5 bags of Shakeology a month in order to hit Success Club, and one of those had to have been to a coach. So you had to recruit 1 coach a month in order to hit Success Club, plus sell 5 bags of Shakeology. We did not have challenge packs. So if you think hitting Success Club is hard, think a freaking again. It was hard back then, and we did it anyway. And whatever, that was the beginning of my journey with Success Club. And Success Club to me is our business. If you heard me on the National Wake Up Call, I said it. If you're not hitting Success Club, you do not have a Beachbody business. And I'm very blunt about that. You can dabble here and there, sell a challenge pack here and there, but if you're not hitting Success Club 6 plus, and I go a little bit further, if you're not hitting Success Club 10 plus, it's going to be hard for you to get that momentum in your business to grow a big team, right? It's going to take you a lot more time. It's going to take you a lot more struggle in order to build that big team. So go big or go home, right? Go big or go home. Success Club is your business. So I've done Atlantis, that changed my life, and I said this yesterday on a call, that it was at every event after Atlantis that I had powerful moments in my business that shifted my business from one level to the next level, to the next level, to the next level. Right? And it was because I made the investment to go to these events. And one of the things I'm going to tell you today is you have to be at Summit, right? And you have to be at Super Saturday. Like, that's not an option. That's a requirement, because you don't know what's going to happen at that event that is going to blow up your business, that's going to set your soul, it's going to unleash you to grow, to figure out how do these people recruit 5 to 10 coaches a month. I'm telling you that I didn't know how to do that before I went to all these events and compounded all my knowledge and experience. All right, here we go. I'm back. I know it is weak right now, so just hold tight with me. If I come off, just stay. I'm gonna try to just continue with this live feed. Okay, but anyway, so it was at these events where I kept taking my business to that next level, to that next level, to that next level. And you know, one of the things that I always say is your outward success is a direct reflection of your inward growth. And it is in those events that you realize why personal development is so important, why it is a necessity in our life, not necessarily just in our business. It is in everything. And so my business went from a discount coach to one that didn't want anything to do with the business, to literally unleashing me and growing with personal development and with vision, which is one of the things that we're going to talk about today, into a coach that gets it, that understands the power of this business, that respects this business. Because if, gosh damn it, if you can earn $1 million with this business, whether it's cumulative or in a year, I mean, you better treat this like a business and work towards those goals. Okay, so that's my story in a nutshell. And I will tell you that I have so many things that I could talk about on this. Oh, I'm back. Yes, it is cutting out. I am sorry. I literally have nowhere to go, so I have to be in my car, but I opened my window. I don't even know if that's going to help much, but let's see. I'm just going to keep going. So what am I going to talk to you about today? So the purpose of these calls was to share our best practices in our business, one that went from coach all the way to superstar level. Number one, I will tell you that in my business there have been such incredible amounts of failures. Like, if you were to... And I'm back. So that's like a total cluster. So I'll wait for you guys to come back on. Hopefully this is a better location. Everybody's out of the house right now. Oh, booey. Sorry, guys. Let me see if you guys are on Facebook. So I'm still getting weak signal. I think I'm going to, I'm gonna send a Zoom link for you guys to join me, and we'll restart this because I keep dropping off. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna send you a Zoom link, Barbie, if that's okay. This live thing just does not work in my house very well. So give me one, well, I don't know. Now we're, You guys tell me, do I stay live or do I send a Zoom link? What do you think? Send a Zoom link? All right, give me a second. You're good? All right, stay here. All right, well, I am sorry for the inconvenience of coming in and out of that. The last time I did it from my car, it worked absolutely perfectly, so I thought I was safe, but this live thing is tricky. So let's try to continue, and I'm sorry if you can hear the washer and dryer behind me. It's Tuesday at my house, and that's when we do laundry. So anyway, all right, and I left my notes in my car, so now I'm really kind of just going at this with absolutely nothing in front of me, but let's see. All right, so I talked to you about my story and how Success Club played a huge part of my business, as well as attending events. So obviously, when people ask me, you know, what are the non-negotiables in your business, it is, you know, hitting Success Club and attending events. That's why Becky and I have made such a big deal about growing our Super Saturdays here in Miami, because we understand that the power of events is what causes coaches to understand the power of this business, which is, it's huge. The power of this business is absolutely momentous. So right before it went down, we were talking about the
we were talking about sorry, Paulina just came in to drop off my notes. I love her. But I was saying, what are best practices, right? What were the best practices that I did to get to where I am? And I want to share those with you today, and hopefully it's something that I say will inspire you to take action in your business, to understand that this actually is a business. A lot of times we, I guess based on how it's portrayed on Facebook, we kind of simplify it, you know, to the masses so that they want to join us. But in actuality, this is a business, and any business that's going to bless you financially in such major ways is gonna be difficult. And I always say it's the tough ones that survive. It's the ones that mentally brace themselves for the ups and downs of entrepreneurship are the ones that are going to build businesses that, you know, pay you $1,000, $2,000, $10,000 a week, whatever the case may be. It really is those that brace themselves mentally. So for me, one of my best practices is really honing in on personal growth and development. So recently we did hire, Becky and I did hire life coaches. If the bigger that your mind expands, the bigger that your business can be. I always say that your business will cap based on the size of your mind muscle. So if you are not investing in yourself, in personal development, you are doing your business a huge disservice. In fact, you are doing yourself a huge disservice by not investing in yourself. I see so many coaches, including some of the coaches that are in this group, investing in ad training. And I don't know why I'm like all slow, but they invest in ads training. They invest in this, that, and the other school. They invest in this, that, and the other training. And what they're not doing is investing in personal development. If you're gonna dump money into an ad training, why don't you dump money and go to Tony Robbins, UPW, or go to Danny Johnson, or go to Brendan Bouchard's High Impact Academy, or whatever it's called. Instead of spending money spinning your wheels on a Facebook training that most likely than not is not going to pay you back your investment, go expand your brain. Because here's the real raw deal with this business. There are ups and downs of this business wilder than I have ever experienced in my life. When I was in legal practice, there was, you know, obviously those ups and downs in terms of work, right? Sometimes we had a bunch of work, sometimes we had a little bit of work, and then a bunch of work. But I never wanted to quit, right? Every time we had slow work, no, it was work, and I was getting a paycheck. Well, here in this business, there's extreme highs, there's extreme lows, there's seasons, right? There's seasons of harvest, there's seasons of drought, there's seasons where customer service is shit, and then there's seasons where coach relations is shit, and there's seasons of fraud investigations and customers packages being returned, and then there's seasons where you know, volume goes up and volume goes down, and then there's times when products launch and Summit comes and boom, it explodes. And if you're not strong enough to withstand, if you're not strong enough to withstand the lows, you will quit this business, or you will not work this business to your maximum capacity, because you are evaluating yourself, you're valuing your self-worth, your value to your team based on the lows instead of the highs. And so one thing in my business is that I don't value my contribution to my business and to our team based on when volume is low, or when coach morale is low, and when momentum is low. I base it on the work that I do to get volume back up, to build morale, to build momentum in our team. And that is how I have grown this business, from times where I've dropped rank from, Becky knows this, when I went diamond and dropped, causing her to drop. When I went 5-star and dropped to 1-star. When I went 7-star and dropped to 4-star. When I went 10-star and dropped to 4-star. When I went 15-star and dropped to 9-star. If I valued my worth every time that I dropped rank, I probably would not be in this business. Because if you are not valuing yourself based on the good that you bring to the table each and every day, then this business is not fun, right? This business is not fun. So evaluate yourself today based on the good that you bring. And if you're questioning what you bring, then that's where you have to start. Are you a leader? You know, one of the things that Kim Carver has really implanted in my brain is stop calling people leaders just because they're diamond. That does not make you a leader. A leader is one that has vision, that has mindset, that has control of their business, that recruits into their business, that hits Success Club every single freaking month and pushes their team and duplicates success in their team. That is a leader. A leader is not a person that simply becomes a diamond coach, because anyone can become a diamond coach. It is what you do after diamond that determines whether you are a leader or not. So my call to action to you is to toughen up your mind. Expect the expected in this business, and stop falling apart. Stop turning into a puddle when times get tough, because I'm telling you that 6 years in, the same shit keeps happening in my business than it did in year 5, in year 4, in year 3, in year 2, in year 1. People quit, people come and go, volume goes up, volume goes down, products get returned, some products suck, some products launch huge like the 21-day fix, some don't do as well. It's gonna keep happening, okay? Leaders that have vision, that have belief in our company are the ones that go on to create legacies, that create these monster businesses. But the ones that value their self-worth based on the shit times and the bad times and turn into a puddle when times get tough, that's not an entrepreneur. That is not an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is one that steers the ship when storms start getting rough, when the waters start getting rough. That's an entrepreneur. And Kim's like, I told you that, yeah. So that's one thing in my business that has really helped me get through to the level of having a big business and accomplishing all these things. And one thing that I have been doing that I am really passionate about with my new coaches and coaches that work the business is telling them these things. Stop sugarcoating the work that it takes to become a 5-star, a 10-star, a 10-star, a 15-star, an executive leader, an organization leader, a team leader. Stop sugarcoating that this business is easy, because it's not. Because while you might have been a success starter, when that cold market dries up, you better get to work if you want to build an organization and a team, right? So stop patting your coaches and coddling your coaches. Be real with them. Tell them what happened in your business. Tell them that time that you struggled to hit Success Club and how you did to overcome that. Get real with them, because those are the coaches that are gonna have the vision to forge through. The ones that you coddle and that you sugarcoat stuff with, they will quit in month 4, and then don't turn around and say, what did I do wrong? Oh, it's her fault. No. Set the mindset in your new coaches now. Stop, sorry, I'm like screaming. Stop being embarrassed by the fact that we need to do personal development. I remember as a new coach, I would be like, you have to be a product of the product, and you have to invite, and you have to do personal development. You know, and so what did my coaches do? They didn't do personal development, and then a lot of them ended up quitting, because like I said, it is the strong that survive. And if you're on this call, I know you have what it takes, but you got to be tougher. You got to have vision. You got to keep moving forward. So from today, your job is to talk to your coaches. When you're having those one-on-ones, get real with them and say, you have to be an entrepreneur. You have to be a CEO. You cannot build a big business with a small mind. You cannot build a big business with the 8 people that got you to diamond. Believe me that I have never seen a millionaire club member, a million club member that is just a diamond. You have to keep building. You have to get to 2-star. You have to keep setting those platforms in your business like I did. Right? Okay, so there's my soapbox on that. Where are my notes? All right, let's talk about another thing that has been weighing on me. Sorry, I need that to shut off. Let's talk about something that has been weighing on me, and I'm sweating bullets for a while now. It's this struggle with recruiting, right? And the quality of coaches that we are recruiting. And I'm not saying that this is something that applies across the board. I'm saying it has to do a lot with the mindset that you go into with recruiting. Recruiting is what gives you a big business, right? So I said Success Club gives you a business. Recruiting is what gives you a growing business. So recruiting is always my number one priority in my business. My business is always a number one priority in my business. I'm not a manager of people. While sometimes my coaches are like, yeah, she's managing me. But my job is to continue growing my business. Remember, my livelihood depends on my actions, not my coaches, right? I have to keep bringing new people into my team. I have to keep helping people lose weight and lead healthy and fulfilling lives. It's my coaches' responsibilities to build their teams and to help people live happy and fulfilling lives. You have to realize that your business should always be your main priority. And let's talk about recruiting and the quality of coaches that we bring in. I see this happening all the time. It's the rich man, poor man mentality. And let me explain that. A lot of times, all we do is talk about fitness. All we do is say, look at me, look at me, look at my results. What are you going to bring into your business if all you do is talk about fitness? A bunch of discount coaches. So stop complaining that you don't have any business builders when all you do is talk about your fitness. You have to start talking about the business. And when you talk about the business, you can't just talk about your upline's business. You can't just talk about your upline did this or someone did that. You have to talk about what you did. And you have to leverage your leadership in this business. I didn't grow a team to superstar diamond by saying that only my sister was fabulous in this business. No. I'm fabulous in this business. I'm a leader. And when I post on social media, I position myself as a leader. I don't say my team, I say our team, because people want to join a movement. They don't want to join and be under someone else. If going back in time and Becky wasn't my sponsor and I was just looking on social media, if I saw a coach say my team and then I saw another coach say our team, I'd join the our team coach. Because there's no way a person like me is going to fall below anybody else. And that's how you leverage leadership. You leverage your position. You guys, if you're just talking about fitness and you're just talking about the mediocre stuff that this business gives to you, you're not going to attract business building coaches, right? If we're only talking about, you know, the just middle of the road stuff, you're gonna attract middle of the road people. You got to attract the rich man. You have to attract the rich woman. And when I say rich, I don't mean ones that have fat bank accounts. I'm talking about people that see more to life and want more in life. Stop attracting the poor people to your business. And by poor, again, I don't mean bank account. I mean those that settle for mediocrity. If you're posting mediocre shit on Facebook and, oh, I fell off my fitness journey, I fell back on, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and you know, I come here, I come there, I'm very inconsistent, and I'm not going to events, and I'm not showcasing that I've made accomplishments in the business, what you're going to attract is mediocre. But if you're posting that you've accomplished major goals, that you're helping coaches on your team accomplish major goals, that you have a big business, even if you are just a diamond, you have a business. Talk about how great your team is, instead of talking about the crap, right? Stop talking about the crap. Share stories that are going to inspire people to take massive action in their life. And when you do that, you are going to start attracting the rich people. Rich people want more out of life, not poor people. So when you're recruiting and you bring in coaches into your team that you know you probably instilled the poor man mentality into their brain, do not complain that they do not reach diamond, that they don't hit Success Club, that they don't want more out of this business than you do. Don't complain. So right now you have to take action and in instilling leadership into your social media, instilling leadership into your brain. Even if you haven't gotten there yet, act like you have. I did not become a 15-star diamond coach acting like a diamond coach. No, I took massive action. I recruited rich people into my business, and within a matter of 4 months, we went from 9-star to 15-star because I brought in people to my team that want this just as bad as me. And I will tell you that people have come and gone. They continue to come and go. That will not derail me. that will not derail me from continuing to bless people with this opportunity that want more out of life. And you better believe that yesterday I brought in 2 new professional people into my team, that I said that on social media, that I brought in 2 professionals, new professionals. What is that shit? That sends a message. That sends a message to your audience that you do not mess around, that the people that you sponsor into this business do not mess around, right? When you post on social media about that discount coach and you literally call her a discount coach on social media, then people are going to come into your business and say, I want that. Why? Because we're conditioned to not try to achieve more because of our fear of failure. So what you're doing is instilling this fear of failure into your people before they even become coaches, right? Give them more than the title of being a discount coach. Stop calling them discount coaches in public, because then people are going to come into your business and say, I just want that. I don't want more. Why? It's not because they don't have potential to do it. It's because, number one, you're instilling them with that level of action, and number 2, you're instilling them with that level of fear that they might fail, so might as well stay here because I don't want to fail. People don't like to fail. What you have to understand is that the only way that you hit goals in this business is by failing your way towards them. Like I said, I think I counted 75 rank drops. And that's not even counting secondary CBCs. In my first CBC to get to 15 star, 75 during the course of the last 5 years, 6 years. I could have quit every time when someone disappointed me, every time when someone did something that I just didn't understand. Like, how could you do that and drop rank or whatever? But I didn't, because my vision is bigger than that. Because my vision is bigger than all those times that I dropped rank, because I know that that is just a moment in time. What we are doing here is building a legacy. So put your big girl and big boy pants on and just work this business with all your heart, all your soul, because despite the failure, despite the ups and downs, despite the returns, despite coaches quitting on you and customers quitting on themselves, there's much more to this than those moments. There's much more to this than those moments. So we need to do better at bringing in coaches into the business and instilling them with the vision and hard work and tenacity and dedication and persistence that's going to take to go the distance, instead of labeling them something that's going to keep them at a certain level. That's not going to help you. It's not going to help them. It's not going to help anyone. Go for the rich man instead for the poor man. Right? And you're going to have coaches that come in for the discount. I love discount coaches. In fact, I started as one, but if you're complaining about the quality of coaches coming into your team and you not advancing past diamond, think about how you portray your leadership on Facebook, on social media. And I bet you that if you just take certain measures, you can improve your recruiting style in a matter of minutes. Absolutely minutes. This is our business, not my business. All right. Whew, okay, I am out of things to say, which is crazy, and I will tell you, I got a little bit thrown off by the whole trying to figure out where to sit down, but I don't know. Let me just close with this. There's so much potential in this group. There's so much potential in our company. There's so much potential, out there, right? That still hasn't even joined Team Beachbody. One of the kind of the big moments in my business was being in Atlantis and sitting in one of the training sessions in Atlantis, and Craig Holiday, who a lot of you probably don't know, he was our kind of keynote speaker in Atlantis, and he said, look around, look to your left, look to your right. It was almost like that law school speech that I hear all the time. He said the biggest business in Beachbody hasn't even been built yet. That's what he said. The biggest business in Beachbody hasn't been built yet. And sitting in that room were coaches like Barbie, were coaches like Lindsay Matway, were coaches like, I don't even think Melanie Mitchell was even there yet. So imagine if you start leveraging your leadership, if you elevate yourself to the point where you're attracting these people into your business, how you could be the next sponsor of the next biggest business in Beachbody. But if you don't, then you're losing that possibility by acting and staying in a mediocre state. So my call to action to you is to start acting and thinking bigger. If you want massive results, you have to take massive action. You can't come in and out of this business when you feel like it. I don't think, looking back in the last 6 years, I've ever taken more than 1 or 2 days off from this business. I show up every single day. I show up because this business is dependent on only one person, and that's me. Sure, a team builds volume, but I'm the leader of the team that creates the vision for us to continue moving forward. The ones that are strong enough to build legacies for their own family are the ones that I want to work with one-on-one. Look at your organization, and even if you're, a diamond coach or a 1-star diamond coach, there could be people in your organization that you could build this legacy with. Elevate yourself, elevate your mind, elevate your mindset, and toughen up your mindset. Expect the expected, leverage your leadership, and you will see massive changes in your business. And don't be so nonchalant about hitting goals. That's one thing that, my sister and I are examples of being relentless towards achieving goals. Whether we hit when we wanted to or not, whether it, one got by us in a time frame we didn't want it, we never stopped shooting for more. And as we're heading into Summit, right, where we're walking around with our lanyards, with our accomplishments from the last year, do what Becky and I do. We sit down on the Wednesday. This happens without fail. We go to registration, we pick up our lanyard packets with all of our ribbons, we sit down together, and I'm gonna get emotional because this literally has happened every year. And we say to ourselves, what do we want to come back to next year as? And we set goals that day. And every year we've done it. And it's not because we're better or anything, we just work fucking hard. And if you want that, you can do it too. But you have to have that kind of work ethic. You have to have that kind of backbone. This business is so special. It's so special. Sorry. I haven't even drank a margarita yet. Can you believe that? This business is so special. Stop treating it like a hobby. Stop treating it like that part-time thing, because this could be your life. This could be the beginning of like a brand new existence for you. So let's freaking crush it. Believe in the